In this section, now we will see how to convert a scale variable into a categorical variable. Many times, the original variable may be scale. We may not want to work with a scale variable. We might want to convert a scale variable to a categorical variable. And once we break it down into individual categories, we can then identify what is the percentage of people in each of the categories. If you want to take this variable and do more advanced analysis like profiling of each of these categories, we can then go ahead and do it. Now, how do you sort of take a scale variable and convert it into a categorical variable? Now, to do this, we have a very, very interesting option in SPSS called as visual binning. The word bin is very, very important because the moment I say bin, what comes to mind is like a dust bin. It's like a container which contains dust. The same way here, when we say bin, SPSS makes individual containers. It bucketizes, it converts individual values and puts them into one of the three buckets, that is low, medium, or high. And once we get these containers, we can then take a frequency or do a cross tabulation or do any high-end analysis. The entire purpose of this is to transform an original variable, which is scale, into a categorical variable. Let me just give you a quick demonstration of this. I'll grab a quick data set here. This data set is employee data set. You all are familiar with this. You have important characteristics of the employee rather, like gender, birth date, education level, job category, salary, beginning salary, job time, previous experience, minority, so on and so forth. What you should be paying attention to is scale variables like scale, like salary and salary begin. Now, using this particular variable, you can convert any scale variable into 3 or 4 groups using the option of visual binning. How do we do this? To do this, please go to transform option. Here you can choose the option visual binning. In the left-hand side top corner, it fires a new window. Please choose a scale variable and include it in the canvas on the right side. Please choose the option continue. Here you see a preview of the variable scale variable, preview of the variable salary. You see a histogram and you see it being positively skewed. You see most of the people being in the low salaried class. The minimum salary is 15,750 and it goes all the way above 1,30,000 plus here. Now, how do we sort of break them into smaller chunks so that it is easier for us to interpret and make decisions? To do this, I'll choose an option called as make cut points, which is at the bottom right-hand side corner. Choose the option make cut points. You'll have to choose the first cut point location to just get a visual preview of histogram. I'll just move this screen to the right side. First cut location, it looks somewhere around 55,000 seems to be a reasonable guess here. Number of cut points 2. Question is, how do you choose 2 or 3? As a general rule of thumb, it is always n minus 1. If you want to make n groups, choose n minus 1 cut points. That is, if you want to make 3 groups, choose 3 minus 1, 2 groups. If you want to make 5 groups, choose 5 minus 1, which is 4. You have to choose 4 cut points. So number of cut points will always be n minus 1. You can choose apply. And once you choose apply here, you see 2 vertical lines emerging here. One is the red color line and the second one is the blue color line. I will sort of drag this. It's entirely under your control. You can drag it to the left side or the right side. I'll drag this slightly to the left side. I'll drag the red line slightly to the left side. You can see the values are also getting changed. If you want, you can choose the option make labels, wherein it will display, it will give us short description of how has this cut point been framed. Now, let me just give a meaningful description here, like low, medium, and high. So the new variable will have low, medium, and high categories. Now that you're creating a new variable, you have to give it a name, and that variable name is class. So what we're talking about is nothing but salary class. Once again, you have taken a scale variable, you've binned it into three categories. That is low salaried people, anybody whose salary is less than 37,000 or 37,123, I'm calling as low. 37 to 62,165, I'm calling as medium. 62,165.8 and above, I'm calling as high. I can just click on OK. Binning specifications will create one variable. So it says I'll create one variable. Let it create one variable. This is the output window. I'll go back to my data window, and at the end, it creates a new variable called as medium. What does this say? This says that the first individual is a medium salaried individual, second individual is again medium salaried, third and fourth individual are low salaried respectively. Now, just sort of curiosity, if you want to see the count of this, what you can do is you can click on the Analyze menu, go to the Descriptive Statistics option, and choose the Frequency button. In the Frequencies option, you can just drag the scroll bar and choose the last of the variable, that is salary class. If you want to display a chart here, you can choose a pie chart with the corresponding percentages. Click on Continue and choose OK. I've chosen the variable. I'm gone to charts. I've chosen pie chart. If you want, you can choose a bar chart or a histogram. And on the chart, if you want to display frequencies or percentages, I'll choose percentages. Click Continue and choose the option OK. Right, you can see a tabular output here, wherein it says that majority of people, 75% of them belong to the low salaried class. Approximately 16.5% of them belong to the medium salaried class, and 8.4% of them belong to the high salaried class. You can see a very, very beautiful graph here, a pie chart, which shows the percentage of low salaried, medium salaried, and high salaried people. How do you interpret this? The moment you look at the legend here, it says low, medium, and high. Low corresponds to blue. Blue color, medium corresponds to the red color, and the green color corresponds to high salaried class. I see a I see a predominant blue slice here, which means that mostly you have low salaried people, followed by medium salaried, and you have very, very few people who belong to high salaried class, approximately 8.5%. So this is how you can take a scale variable, any scale variable, and categorize it into a categorical variable. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will see you in the next video.